All right, we are live. Hello, everyone. It is nice to see Tony and Sparkster and Joe Fan. And hey, and there's Marianne, whom I saw earlier today, in fact. Hello again, Marianne, in the internet. I said hello to you in real life, and I say hello to you in the internet as well. Hello. So Tony Jackson, Sparkster, Lester, Matt, Joe Fan. I hope Mr. S is doing well. How's everybody going? Hello, Zaymot and everybody. Thank you very much for joining me for this regular Tuesday live stream. Hey there, Lester. How do you do? Hello, Ivan. Ivan is still nominating me for president. I think I could probably do at this point. I think I could do the job. I will accept the nomination if I am nominated. Hey there, Skyfall and Matt Edwards and Matt Noon and Strakazulu and Yojo Banjo. It's nice to see everybody. It really is. We have a lot to talk about. First of all, I wanted to bring. Oh, hello, Christian Bricks. Hello, Christian from the United States. Hello, Beta Ray Bob. We have so much to talk about. Let me first draw your attention to my shirt here. This is my my shirt from the Joe Namath collection. That's right. This is a Joe Namath branded shirt from the 70s that I'm wearing on here. This is a shirt from the 70s. And I have it because even though Joe Namath played for the Jets, I still have a place in my heart for the old Lush. And plus I just really like the shirt. So I'm wearing this shirt because it is autumn now. It is cold, it is dreary, and I am trying to take myself back to warmth and sunshine, outdoors, beaches, things like that, things that are happy and fun, because at the moment it's rather cold and dreary. So for those of you who with a seasonal depression, see you all in the spring. It's that time, unfortunately. Hello, Exploriso, and yes, I did also wear it at the beach. See, I'm trying to bring in the summer beach vibes. I am. You might even say that I'm a beach boy. Well, perhaps a beach man. I'm more of a beach man. But yes, we're bringing in tropical feelings, tropical vibes. Think sunshine. Think relaxation. Out on somewhere with the waves and the lesbian seagulls and such. Yeah, let's get in that mood, right? Let's get in that mood rather than the cold and dreary mood that that we happen to that happens to be around us. Firefly says, HCC, are you a beachhead? Frankly, I keep that behind closed doors. That's more of a bedroom activity, but thank you for asking. I do like beaches, though. Hello, Victor and Matthew Mason. Nice. Cool. Yes, I'm looking forward to talking with Lawrence about it. So yes, I will. In fact, I'll be in touch with him. In fact, I'm going to be in touch with a lot of people. I'm giving myself until the end of November, which is upon us, to really start in earnest talking to people and seeing what our roster is going to be for Cobra Convergence. And I'm going to take the first couple weeks of December, talk to everybody, and see what the lineup is. Because there are some big and hopefully special things going on. If everything works out the way that it's supposed to, there should be some pretty special stuff happening with Cobra Convergence 8, and perhaps a really good reason for you to make it to Joe Fest if you're able to make it. There may be some things that might be good reasons for you to come and see us at Joe Fest. Cobra Convergence, normally we don't start planning it until January. but because we're trying to do more in 2024, we've already started talking about it a bit. So we got a few things we're working on. You Aragorn says Cyber Viper is my favorite. My special fave when I was a kid. I'm glad that you brought that up. Hello, Low One Bow 2. More in 2024. That's right. More in 2024. Because to take the picture for the thumbnail that I'm using for this live stream, I did have to. I pulled out my my bag of Cyber Vipers. And I was just looking at this thing. It's pretty wild, isn't it? I mean, they didn't hold anything back. I will give them that. They held nothing back. But that is just it is a unique video, to say the least. Hello, Absorb Vids. How do you do? Oh yeah. See, we've got. I think all the mats are in here. We'll include you, Matthew. You just have a thew at the end. You have the extra thew. You know, I think most of the mats have the thew, but they hide their thew. And you know what? You let your thew fly. Let your thew dangle. You could be a mat and a thew. Just let your thew be expressed to the world. Wow, it's really started out weird already. Hello, David Andrews. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. We have a lot to talk about. In fact, I have a list. The cats are over here wrestling. Anyway, I'll look at Cyber Viper a little bit more later. But we have news. I have stuff to show you. Now we have like a chock full show today, but I don't know that I can get to opening gung ho. We'll try, but we have a very full show. Got a lot going on today, so we'll see if we can get to. We will see if we can get to gung ho. Let's see. Who am I missing? I hope I said hello to everyone. I think I said hello to Chewing Bubblegum. And yes. I did have a nice Thanksgiving. I hope everyone else had a nice Thanksgiving as well. Of course, if you're from Canada, it's a little past. So I also hope you had a nice Thanksgiving, back when you had your Thanksgiving. But for those that recently had a Thanksgiving, I hope it was a good one. I hope you had some pleasant time with family and or friends, and some good food and the other things that are associated with Thanksgiving, and I hope you had many things to be thankful for. I've got some things for which to be thankful. I want to remind everybody that the charity drive by Half the Battle, Timmer, is going on. It goes to the end of the month. We are almost at the end of the month, and they're very close to hitting the $1,000 threshold for the prizes, for the prize giveaway. I have donated this G.I. Joe Sky Striker HasLab ripcord, the Night Force ripcord. It's still on the card. The card is not perfect, but it's as good as it can get. So this is one of the options. This is one of the prizes for the charity drive. It is a charity where you just donate to a charity that benefits children, and you can have your donation counted toward the total and be entered into the drawing for the prizes. And this is one of the prizes. And as I was looking at this, I noticed something I didn't really notice before. You see, Ripcord has his rifle strapped to his shoulder. It was like that on the original card art too. It had the rifle strapped to the shoulder, which is something that I think they de-emphasized because the figure can't actually do that. The accessory doesn't actually have a strap on it, so it's like in the picture, it's showing the character doing something that the action figure cannot do. I just found that intriguing. Oh, thank you, Cheapest Big Spender. Cheapest Big Spender says, really starting to think you don't like Gung Ho. I don't know what you mean. I think Gung Ho is all right. I think Gung Ho is all right. I mean, this is a classic classic look gung ho. It's not bad. I just I've got other things I need to get to first. That was one of the things that I needed to get to. And thank you again for the super chat, and thank you for all your support, cheapest big spender. Hey, it's JLS Comics. Hello, JLS Comics and chat. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you also for your continued contributions to Cobra Convergence. That has meant a lot to me. The charity thing. The link for the most recent charity video is in the description of this live stream. Please go check that out. Also, since today is Tuesday, Timmer has a new video up. It is a ranking of 1992 Ninja Force. So there's always a lot to say about Ninja Force. It's something. So that's Timmer's video. There's a link to that as well. I try to never miss a video by Timmer. He's a friend of mine. I like the guy, and I like the videos that he does. Hank says, hello, fellow Joes, all the way from Wichita Falls, Texas. Greetings, Wichita, from the United States. Thank you very much for being here. The other link, or one of the other links that's in the description, is to What's on Joe Mind. What's on Joe Mind has a has their show right after this one. Thank you to David E. Hey Hoodie, and hello everyone. Hello to you too, and thank you for the super chat. It's nice to see you in here. And Burgo says Orlando, Florida. I assume that's where you're from. I have been to Orlando, Florida before, and I very much enjoyed it. Hello, Orlando from the United States. Comic Tropes. First of all, hi, Chris. He says, I expected Hoodie Coco to be in a Cyber Viper cosplay. I'm disappointed. Well, to do a Cyber Viper cosplay, I'd basically just have to cut up a bunch of different suits and just sew them together. Here, let's do this. Let's just I'll put this over, and you can just pretend that that's me. Look, it's my voice coming from the Cyber Viper cosplay. Hi, it's me, Hoodie. Okay, that's dumb. But nice to see you. Thank you for being here, Chris. Thank you very much. Let's see. Anthony says, we change your name, Hooded Cobra Commander, like how G.I. Joe is canceling making the Hooded Cobra Commander figure. I am using the Hooded Cobra Commander name less, but not for that reason. I'm using it less because Cobra Commander is a Hasbro trademark, and I'm not super cool with them owning my channel name, essentially. So it's something I've been thinking about more. I've been using HCC for a long time, and other things like Hoodie and Hoodie Coco. So none of that's going to change. But I'm just like, I chose a channel name that I can never own. I cannot own it. Somebody else already owns the trademark. That was not the brightest thing, but it's but here we are. Yeah, so I'm definitely using it less, but it's more because like I don't why I chose something that is the legal property of somebody else. But anyway, what about wow, I forgot how to talk. Christian Bix says, I found out yesterday that my hometown in Denmark is 1 degree south of Juneau, Alaska. I haven't stopped crying since. Well, Alaska is certainly, Alaska is a state. Hello, Alaska from the United States. It's nice to, thanks for being in the Union. HCC in Tulsa. Thank you, David, for the super chat. It says Cyber Viper looks like a character from Spider-Man 2099. Now that's I remember when Spider-Man 2099 came out. I do remember that. That was a long time ago. But yeah, it's very 90s, both in design and color. It's quite unique. But yes. If Hasbro doesn't want to use the hood, you might as well. You know what? As a matter of fact, I do have a Cobra Commander hood that I have worn sometime. I have worn it sometimes. I might break it out. I could break it out again. I don't have it with me right now. Instead, I'm wearing the Joe Namath shirt. Um, uh, where am I? I had so many things I wanted to make sure that I talked about. And I talked about Timmer. I talked about what's on Joe Mine. I talked about the Joe Namath shirt and trying to put us in a summer frame of mind. Put us in a warm weather, relaxed frame of mind. So everybody chill. Now that we've chilled, let's talk about some of the news. Apparently Super 7 is doing a Baroness reaction figure that is blue and I guess is based on the Deke animated series. Hiya Toys is doing a Tiger Force Flint modern action figure, and some images for the Big Boa classified figure has come out. And also the 60th anniversary Action Soldier. Now, I may not get either the Big Boa figure or the Action Soldier figure, mainly because I can't really afford to buy a bunch of classified stuff right now. So it'll all have to wait. But I do like both of them. First of all, I think it's intriguing that. Thank you. Thank you very much for enjoying. I'm glad that you enjoyed the top 10 list. It's not something that I would hooded Tom Brady fan. Yeah. More of a Pats fan. You gotta support the team. What was I saying? Yeah, the Big Boa figure. I'm intrigued by the Big Boa figure. The big Boa. It's very interesting that that they chose him for classified this early, because it's a figure that's kind of forgotten. The Big Boa figure has rarely been revisited. In fact, I think it's only been done once in the post-vintage era as a modern figure. Other than the vintage figure, there have been no other Big Boa figures. It's kind of obscure. I mean, if you're a G.I. Joe fan, you know who Big Boa is, of course. But it's not a well-known character. But that actually intrigues me. The fact that they are getting that deep into the character roster to dig out Big Boa. And they're doing something with Big Boa that I think is good. And that is they have either a removable helmet or they have a non-helmet head with a regular human head, which I think it makes sense. It didn't make sense to me that a boxer would wear a helmet. I mean, that's cheating. That's cheating. A helmet with spikes on it, no less. That's cheating. Now that's dirty pool. That's dirty pool right there. But I'm interested. I would be interested in the Big Boa figure. But this is an opportunity. Hasbro, if you're listening, and let's be real, they're not listening. But if they were listening, Hasbro, listen. This is your opportunity to right a very old wrong, to fix something that happened far in the past that has never been rectified. And that is to give Big Boa a G.I. Joe boxing opponent, right? Because I mean, Big Boa, he's gonna be still boxery. He'll still be boxery. But he never had an opponent, I guess, unless you put him up against Sergeant Slaughter. But Sergeant Slaughter is not a boxer. Thank you again, David E, for the super chat. Classified Raptor can happen. Let's go. Yeah, as long as Raptor still has the silver painted toenails, I'm all in. But give us the G.I. Joe boxer opponent, and call him Robbie. Robbie the Boxer. That's his name. Robbie the Boxer. That's it. Yeah, you get. You know what it's a reference to? I can't say what's the reference to because all of us will be sued by Sylvester Stallone. I'm sure. So, and we don't want that. We don't want that. So with a wink, in fact, like on the package, you can have like him winking. Like we're calling it Robbie, but we know we really mean the other thing. We can have him winking on the package. That can be on the package artwork. So live on tape from Hollywood, it's the Gong Show. If this were the Gong Show, I would have been gonged long ago. Somebody would have gonged me, but since it's my show, nobody can stop me, and that's the best thing about it. So I did want to say that about Big Boa. Is that it would be kind of cool, they're doing some new characters now. They're doing new characters. So, yeah, an Italian boxer with a name like Rambo, something to that effect, something along those lines. If you get my meaning, but yeah, Big Boa is weird, and I'm weird, so I can appreciate it. But yeah, well, like just think about it. Just think about it, Hasbro. Just think about it. Think about giving Big Boa a G.I. Joe opponent named Robbie or something along those lines with a little wink wink, and that will set everything right. That will set that will fix all of the wrongs that have occurred way back in I guess it would be 1986, because that's when the shenanigans happened, before the release of the 87 characters. So just think about it. Just think about it. It could happen. The other thing that we've got pictures of is the 60th anniversary action soldier, which is a nice, realistic looking army soldier. It's really good. It looks great, and I think it's fantastic they are doing something like this for the G.I. Joe 60th anniversary, and they're harkening back to the more realistic military roots of G.I. Joe back in 1964. One thing that was kind of rough about the 50th anniversary back in 2014 is that the 50th anniversary was just real American hero stuff, right? Did anybody remember the 50th anniversary line that went to Toys R Us? It was not bad. In fact, the vehicles I thought were pretty nice, and I liked that they honored a member of the G.I. Joe fan community with the Sightline figure, but there was the real American hero brand had not been around for 50 years. It was the 50th anniversary of G.I. Joe in 1964. Now, I don't think this is the fault of the brand team at the time, because I'm sure they didn't have any budget. Like I'm sure they had no budget to do anything else. So they just did what they had, which was some modern, G.I. Joe real American hero vehicles and figures. That's what they had. But that's not how you honor an important anniversary of G.I. Joe from the 60s. Well, this classified action soldier, I think, is a better tribute. It's a better tribute to the 60s G.I. Joe in that they're really leaning more into like a more realistic Army combat uniform and equipment, which I appreciate. It's like it's a soldier. None of the sci-fi, no Nerf guns, no crazy colors, right? No alligators, no crocodiles, none of that, but just an action soldier. And like, I don't know how 60s and 70s GI Joe fans are going to feel about it, but personally, I think it's a better tribute than what we got in for the 50th anniversary. So well done, Joe team. I hope that I can scrape some pennies together to actually purchase one. I would love to. And nicely done. I think that's all I have to say about it. Is nicely done. It's nice to see the 60th anniversary of GI Joe honored in a way that makes sense. No spring-loaded missile launchers like no Cyber Vipers, and I wonder how long it'll take us to get a classified Cyber Viper. I wonder how. No spring-loaded missile launchers. Pew pew. Where's a missile? Where's a missile? All right, I found a missile. Okay, hey, I got an idea. For every super chat, I will shoot myself in the face with this Cyber Viper missile launcher. I say that, but okay, there we go. So test shot. Ow. That really hurt. Okay, so for every super chat, I'm shooting myself in the face with the missile launcher. I think that's fair. Okay, yeah, it's tricky to get back in. Anyway, so yeah, that's the idea, and I really like it. So well done, guys. I put a link to the Full Force. The Full Force podcast did an episode looking at all the new stuff, all the new announcements. So please check out the Full Force for more details on it. But yeah, Super 7, Baroness, Hyatt Toys, Tiger Force Flint, Big Boa, and 60th Anniversary Action Soldier. How many of those will I get? I don't know. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Mr. S says he wants to see that. This is why these things are dangerous. You'll put your eye out. Ow. That really hurts. It's a really strong spring. I hope you're happy, Mr. S. Thank you very much for the super chat. It actually is a really strong spring on this one. But hold on. I've got two of them. I've got two. Let me see if this one has a weaker spring, so I don't unintentionally lobotomize myself. Okay. No, it's not better. It's not better. Hey there, Bart. It's nice to see you. Yes. Well, also you, Lilith. Lilith says, good morning from Australia. Hello, Australia from the United States. Thank you very much for being here. Bart says, snazzy shirt. Yes, that's right. This is my Joe Namath shirt. Yeah, the Joe Namath. He had a line of shirts in the 70s, and this is one of them. And I'm trying to give us summer vibes because it is cold and dreary at the moment. Hey, it's nice to see a Toy Kind of Moon here. Another great channel. Watch some of your old reviews to prep for my Dreadnought ranking video. Well, thank you very much for watching it. I hope they were acceptable. I never know how to judge my own stuff. I just hope that they're watchable. Hey, and it's Cujo. Look at the gang's all here. Hello, Cujo. Nice to see you. Also saying hello to Bart. It's really cool. This is awesome. The gang's all here. This is really groovy. But yes, this is I'm trying to bring us out of the doldrums of this kind of early autumn dreariness that we are currently in by wearing this festive summery shirt. It's quite light, it's quite airy, it's very comfortable. How many missions a year do you think GI Joe has that don't require shoes? 3. I don't know. I think I know that they're quite fast and loose with their uniforms in G.I. Joe, but I think shoes ought to be just pretty much standard. It doesn't matter quick kick. You're wearing shoes. That's what I'm saying. The shirt highlights my eyes. Yes. Well, that's the glow. That's the glow of the screen in my glasses. Hey, thank you, Cheapest Big Spender, for the super chat. Thought the unwritten rule of this channel was that a spring-loaded weapon can only be fired at Dr. Mindbender version 2. Well, since I created a new rule and I'm shooting myself for every super chat, I guess the rule is now that look out. That one hit my hair. That one didn't hurt as bad. It hit my hair, and also I lost the missile. So I'm reloading. So now I got to find the missile. I don't want to lose it. This is a vintage accessory. I don't want to lose it. But thank you again, Cheapest Big Spender. Alistair never jumps and knocks toys. Yeah, Alistair actually was over here, but see, now we have the kittens. We have 2 kittens now, and he just plays with the kittens all day. In fact, they're running around right now. You might hear them in the background, maybe. But yeah, it is the best thing in the universe that we have the kittens now, because now he doesn't care about any of my stuff. He doesn't care about any of my stuff. He cares only about playing with the kittens. So it's saved my vintage collection, basically. So yeah, he doesn't make as many appearances because he's otherwise occupied. So yeah, well, if he comes around, I'll pick him up so he can say hi to everybody. It has been a while, hasn't it? It has been a while. Anyway, what was I? Somebody said something about the links box. I put vintage stuff up here. I did have a bunch of classified stuff up here, but I wanted to change things around and refocus on vintage, since this is a vintage collection, although I do things other than vintage from time to time. Yeah, see, he said, Marianne says it's been a while since he's knocked my drink over. Yeah, he used to be really bad about that. But you know what? Look at this. I got my water here. It's been sitting here for the entire show. He has not knocked it over. It's my big Texan cup from Amarillo. It's the home of the free 72-ounce steak. Well, there's one of the kittens, which means Alistair can't be too far behind. Hey, you want to come up here? The kittens, Audrey named the kittens Lemon and Lime, FYI. The kittens' names are Lemon and Lime. And Lemon is right over there. Anyway. Yeah, he was worse than even typical cats. I mean, cats are bad about that, but he was especially bad. He was a little jerk, quite frankly. But anyway. Lilith said that about the links. Yeah. So I got some of my vintage boxes out. So I've got I've got the Action Stars cereal, and I got the links here, and the hammer. The hammer is up there. Also, I've tried to include some gifts, things that people have given me. So like there's Hans's Baroness. There's the Maltese Falcon. I've had that forever. There's my personalized action figure. So gifts, and that's what that Japanese stalker also. So yes, that's there's a wolf. Let's see. Yeah, the wolf over the Cobra wolf over there. And then there's a G.I. Joe VHS cassette of I believe that's the 1964 Toy Fair presentation right there. A little bit of G.I. Joe history there on VHS. Now, I did want to say something. This is something that I haven't talked about for a while because I haven't really had a purpose to talk about it for a while. And that is, I know that when I made my cardboard play button. That's my cardboard play button that I made for myself when I got 10,000 subscribers. I know that some folks made and sent to me their own play buttons. They created them and sent them to me, and I have not been able to find those. I did move, so a lot of things get lost when you move. So, but I have since gone through every storage container that I have, and I'm still not found them. And unfortunately, I think I know what happened to them, and all I can do is apologize to anyone who sent things to me. I don't know that I have them anymore. I hope that I do, but I have my suspicions. And if they turn up, I really hope they. I'll be happy if they turn up again. I'm going to show them to you because they're really cool. But if what happened to them, if what I think happened to them did happen to them, then the blame lies with someone else who isn't here that I can't point the finger at right now. Shouldn't have happened. It should have known to not have that happen, but but things happen. But I'll continue to look for them. I'll continue to look for them. Hey, Lime, you want to come see everybody? Here's Lime. Come here, Lime. Come here, buddy. Come here. No, you just want to sniff the laptop, huh? No, that's too much playing here. Well, I was going to show you. Well, fine, whatever. Anyway, so my apologies if what I think happened. I don't want anyone to send anything to me and not have it well preserved and taken care of. And in this case, it should have been, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they will turn up. We will see. Maybe we will see. But anyway, gifts. There's Cyclonus's. This is really awkward. Cyclonus's Cobra Commander there, and there's a plush Scarlet up there. The Cold Slither CD. So yeah, GLS says you're so close to 20,000 now. You need a new one soon anyway. Yes. And thank you for noticing. Thank you very much. Now I do want. I spent so much time on the news that I haven't got. I actually have stuff to show you. Okay, starting with the most important thing, which is this. This is this was in the PO box. I haven't been able to check the PO box like I used to because it's actually kind of far away now. But I check the PO box as quick as I can. This is from our friend Kevin at Peg Warmers. Kevin is a great guy. Peg Warmers is a great show. I hope that you watch it regularly. But he sent this to me. I'm going to open it and show you. I have cut the box open. I haven't looked inside, but like, check this out. He drew a cobra there. That's nice. That's nice. It's a nice touch. I know what's in here because he told me what's in here. But I haven't opened it to look for myself. But you should like this because not only is this a surprise for you, I think it could lead to another surprise, perhaps in next Tuesday's live stream. So let's open this up. I did black out his address because I'm not trying to accidentally dox anyone. And right off the bat, okay, there is a note here. Yes. Yeah. First of all, really awesome card, a postcard here with the Peg Warmers logo. And hey, you know what? There's the QR code. Why don't you just scan the QR code right now? You can scan the QR code right there on your screen. I'm not going to read it to you because it gives away what's in the box, and I want to surprise you. I want to surprise you with what's in the box. Let's see. We got We got some small things. We've got an engine cover for the Tiger Force Tigerfish. That will get this a little closer to being ready to review. And the big one. The big one. This is what I've been looking forward to. This I'm really excited about this. It is a cake pan. It's a Hawk cake pan. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's so yes. So he has a collection of cake pans, and he got this recently, and it's just extra. So he sent it to me. So you know what this means? This means this means I need to get some cake batter, and I need to get some decorative icing. I'm gonna make a Hawk cake. My goal is for next Tuesday's live stream to make a Hawk cake, a nice, fully decorated and contoured Hawk cake. Thank you. Hooded Cake Commander 788. Exactly. So, and Hawk is the enemy, right? So if we're Cobra, then Hawk is the enemy. So we will take pleasure in eating his face. It's going to eat his face. So thank you, Kevin, for this. I don't know. Maybe that should go up there somewhere as well, but not before I use this cake pan to make a cake. I'm gonna make a cake. Make a Hawk cake. A Hawk cake. A Hawk. That's difficult to say, but for next week, it is my plan and intention. Yes, Marianne gets to eat some cake next week, as do I. But you know what? You can join in too. In fact, what I'll do is I'll slice the cake really thin, like really thin slices, and I'll mail that out to each and every one of you. Each and every one of you, just look in your mailbox. You don't need to give me your address. The postal service will know where it goes, right? Don't worry about that. But just look for your mailbox for a slice of Hawk cake. So that's awesome. Thank you very much, Kevin. Thank you, and also for the Tigerfish engine cover. Any G.I. Joe engine cover, if it comes off, is a frequently missing part. You know what I mean? It just happens. So yes, a baking video. And hi, Draws. I didn't see you come in. Hello, Sean Beckett, and anybody else. Hello, Jeffrey, and Nestor. Hello, everyone who snuck in. Hello, Yo Joe. Anybody who snuck in without me saying hi. See, once I start talking, once I start soliloquizing, then my eyes shut off and I can't read it. I cease to be able to read the live chat. I'm not bright enough to do two things at once. I can't like talk and read. You know, if I try to chew gum and walk, I just fall right over. It's a disaster. But I had one other thing. How do you do, Sparkster? It's always nice to see Sparkster. Always happy Sparkster is here. There is one other thing I wanted to show you, and there is a little bit of time. There's a little bit of time. So I ventured to Ollie's. I went to Ollie's, okay? Ollie's being a cheap resale store. And they do have a toy section where they sell a bunch. Oh, hello, Toys Back Zen. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for being here. They sell a bunch of, unsold stuff, right? I got one. Look, it's Lime. You can tell it's Lime because she has a green collar. All right, go on. Almost tried to get one of these missiles. So anyway, I know there have been some reports of people finding some G.I. Joe stuff at Ollie's. So I checked with the local Ollie's. I found hello, Dave Brown. Nice to see you. Hey, it's Treasures for Trigger. Thank you for the compliment on the shirt, Treasures for Trigger. It's nice to see you, by the way. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing all right. It's a Joe Namath shirt. I'll tell you a thing about Joe Namath later, but let me stick with the Ollie's story. I got an Ollie's story. Hello, Luis, and anyone else that I missed saying hello to. Hello, everyone. So I went to Ollie's, and I did find some GI Joe there, but nothing special. Lots of movie stuff. The thing about GI Joe in this region is that it hasn't been peg warming very much. Some of the Walmart retro carded stuff, especially the Lady J and Gung Ho, for some reason they ordered way too many Lady J and Gung Ho at Walmart. But other than that, and the movie stuff, GI Joe hasn't really peg warmed here. I know it has in other regions, but here there hasn't been a lot of surplus to go around. Yeah, it's Bart says, if it's a Joe Namath shirt, does that mean you're wearing his pantyhose too? Well, you know what? That's why, the video just goes from here up. That's why I don't stand up during the live show, because it's a family show. And now, I don't want to turn people on too much. I got to have limits. Hello, Aaron the Toyman, sir. Nice to see you. Thank you very much. Best time to go to Ollie's is Thursday night. Thank you. I will remember that. What I'm getting at is I picked up a few things just that I was curious about, and it is cheap. It is cheap. But my point is, there's not really that much there at our local Ollie's here. And if they are getting surplus from local stores in the region, there hasn't been a lot of surplus. There hasn't. The stuff's not peg warming here. Some of it is a little bit, but only specific things. In fact, like Gung Ho here, he's been peg warming a bit at Walmart. But the classified stuff, it seems to move pretty well in our region. But I did pick up a couple things, and only a couple things. I got this. Oh, and it still has the sticker on it. It's $6. But I got this Scarlet from the Snake Eyes line. Now this is it's those smaller figures that are too small to be classified, but too large to be 4-inch figures. They're in between. This line is, I've always just found it odd. It's the classified accessories are often used for these, and they're kind of scaled for that. But they're if you stand them up against a classified figure, they're too short. So they're just they're incompatible. But they're supposed to be a lower price point and more for kids. But I mean, the point is, I was curious about it. It's a pretty good looking Scarlet figure, so I thought I'd go ahead and get it. Thought it looked all right. And I'll probably take this one off the card. In fact, I'll do it now. I'm taking it off the card. Taking it off the card now. What the heck? It was $6. I did see a lot of this particular toy line shortly after the movie's out, and it just intrigues me. It seems odd. I mean, it's not bad, right? It's not clunky. Hey, check this out. It's got a spring action. It's got a spring punch. It's Ninja Force. It's Ninja Force. Paint this thing green, and you have yourself a Ninja Force Scarlet. Of course, Ninja Force Scarlet had the ball kicking action, but this same idea is a Ninja Force spring loaded thing. So yeah, I've always been curious about the rationale for this particular line, because it didn't seem to sell very well, but it did get a few characters that we have not gotten into classified and were not in the movie, such as the Night Creepers. Well, it has knives, but I guess it can fit in the hands, but man, that's tough. Man, okay. Well, it comes with a couple of these knives, and we're like the handles are really big, and let's see if it fits in this one better. Classified figures, they do have flexible hands. They will kind of flex a bit to fit things in the hand. This one, that's okay. Forget that. And it has this. I don't know if I can fit any of the accessories in the hands. These hands are really tight. Oh, okay. I got the bow and arrow. I got the bow. Pardon me. No arrows. Yeah, there are no arrows. How is she supposed to shoot? What's she supposed to shoot? She does have this. This kind of funky look. Oh wait, does that work? Do these it has these like little C clips on it. What are those for? What are those for? Okay, I get it. So the C clip that turns this into a crossbow. Okay, cool. All right, I can dig it. All right, turns that into a crossbow. Oh, okay, and the knives. Okay, all right, we got it. It's a little weird, but it sort of works. The knives can go on like this. I guess both sides. It's kind of wicked looking. It's kind of wicked. Like, I'll shoot you with an arrow, ping, and then I will stab you with the very weapon that I shot you with the arrow with. But she doesn't actually have any arrows. That's odd. But can I now for my next trick? Can I fit this in the hand? Let's see. There we go. All right. Yeah. Okay. It takes some doing, but yeah, there we go. It's a little clunky, but it has shoulder, elbow articulation, head, waist, hips, knees, and look, it even has a swivel at the knee. It's not bad. It's really not terrible. I would love to see these either just a little bit larger to fit with classified, or a little bit smaller to fit with the 4-inch figures. As it is, it's just right smack in between, and so it has no place. It doesn't fit with anything else. So that's what always puzzled me about that. The other thing I got, speaking of things that don't fit anywhere else, this is the other thing I got. This big, honking, huge Storm Shadow, a 12-inch Storm Shadow. And this thing, I don't know if I can get this one. Where'd my knife go? Oh, I put my knife over there. I don't have my knife over here. I cut the box open over there, and then I put the knife away. I've actually put things away where it belonged. Silly me. But anyway, this was, I don't remember how much this one was. This was even cheaper. Oh, it was $4. And this one is chunky. Look who it is. Come here, buddy. Oh, look who decided to visit. Look, we got Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. Check it out. We got the yin and the yang here. Hey, people missed you. Okay, I know you don't. First of all, don't claw my Joe Namath shirt. I know he's like, he wants nothing to do with it. He'd rather play with the cat. But anyway, yeah. So I just thought this was, although clunky, I just thought it was a nice looking Storm Shadow. It has a different Storm Shadow on the back. Yeah, I just thought it was nice, and cheap. So, but anyway, these are the kinds of things that I'm finding at our local Ollie's, and that's all I really realistically expect to find in the near future. So I just wanted to show these off. I've been sitting on these for a couple weeks because I forgot to show them last time. But yeah, so this a nice looking Storm Shadow, but really clunky with almost no articulation. And then a nice looking Scarlet with pretty good articulation for a relatively cheap figure. Hey, it's even got a swivel. It's got a swivel at the elbow. That's nice. But with a scale that just doesn't fit anything. So that exists, and I've just shown it to you. How much time do we have? We got a little bit of time. So yeah, I'm wearing my Joe. I hope everybody has their summer vibes, their warm, sitting out by the beach in the sun vibes to counteract the dreary autumn days that we're having right now. So I hope everybody's feeling good about it. As I mentioned, this is a Joe Namath shirt. Despite the fact that he played for the Jets, I do have a place in my heart for that old lush. So it was one of the Jets versus Patriots games, something like 2003, 2004, something like that. And the Jets were losing, and it was an anniversary of something. So there was a sideline reporter talking to him and some of the other legacy Jets players, and Mr. Namath apparently had a few drinks. He was already a few drinks in, because the poor sideline reporter asked him about the team struggling, and he said that he doesn't care about the team struggling. He doesn't care about the team struggling. And then he said, "I'd like to kiss you." There's a lady reporter standing there trying to conduct this interview, and he's like, "I'd like to kiss you." And the dude's like 70 years old if he's a day. Now, credit to the sideline reporter for being professional through this entire thing. Well done. But Mr. Namath, I know you were an old swinging bachelor in the 70s, but you can't tell the sideline reporter that you want to kiss her on live TV. Not the wisest thing. You got to have some, and you know what? Maybe the first quarter is too early to start drinking. Save it for halftime. Halftime, they've already done the interviews. In an alternate universe, you haven't told the sideline reporter that you want to kiss her. And then you can just drink your heart out. Just get hammered, because it was a rough game for the Jets. So, it's good. You drink and you forget what's happening on the field. I think that's the wiser choice, Mr. Namath. But nonetheless, the shirt is nice. Nonetheless, I do like the shirt. Anyway, ESPN, Susie, that's the one. You remember? Thank you for remembering. That was that's what that was. Anyway, learned. I'm telling a man in his 70s to learn how to moderate. If he was going to, he would have long before now. You know what? Forget it. Just be yourself, Joe. Just whatever whatever years you got left in this life, just do what you do. So now we've did what we did, and it is time to roll over to What's on Joe Mind in about 3 minutes. So What's on Joe Mind? Looks like they're doing some kind of like early holiday thing. See, I'm not in the holiday mood right now. I'm not holiday festive. I'm more summer by the beach festive. That's what I'm thinking. With your Bahama Mamas, or you're drinking a hollowed out pineapple. I'm more of that line of festive. Not quite ready for the jingle bells, but at What's on Joe Mind, they're ready for the jingle bells. Do you want your jingles? You want your bells jingled? Do you want your bells jingled? Because What's on Joe Mind has the jingle bells, and they are coming up here in a few minutes. So I think this is a good time. I think this is a good time to wrap it up. Thanks for being here. It's been you've been a great audience. It's been June Bubblegum says it's funny because I started my army building annihilators as HCC put him on the top 10 worst list. Maybe he'll cause that. See, that's exactly why you should want the figure to be on that list, because now, like, if fewer people want them, the prices will go down and you can get them. And besides which, first of all, congratulations on army building annihilators. Army building anything takes commitment and courage. So good luck with that. And don't ever let anybody make you feel bad about army building annihilators. You can army build annihilators. You can army build cyber vipers. In fact, look at this. I got 2 Cyber Vipers. I'm already army building Cyber Vipers. If I can army build Cyber Vipers, then you can army build Annihilators. You go for it. But speaking of going for it, I turn it over now. You can go to the link. I roll it right over to our friends at What's on Joe Mind to jingle the bells. So jingle bells, everyone. Have a great Tuesday night, and I will see you next week. I will see you next week with cake. Bye, everyone. See you later with cake.